MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. It was a little bit of disappointing news in the UFC. The UFC announced that Tony Ferguson is going to have to pull out of his fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's really too bad. They're fighting next weekend, next Saturday. You know, Tony Ferguson, he tweeted out, he hates pulling out of fights. He usually, he's he'll fight through, little bumps and bruises. He said no problem, but the doctor told him, he shouldn't fight. He's got fluid and blood in his lungs. I don't even know. I've never even heard of that. That sounds terrible though. And I mean, if the doctor's telling you shouldn't fight, it's different than bumps and bruises, right? I mean, it only makes sense. But, you can give Tony Ferguson a pass for this, right? But, I mean, when you got a guy like Khabib who pulled out of 3 fights in a row and didn't fight for 2 years, I mean, that's a whole different thing. But all fighters get to eventually they have to pull out of a fight. Just the way it works, right? I mean, the human body can only withstand so much damage, so now Khabib Nurmagomedov, undefeated fighter. This is a guy that beat RDA. He beat Rafael dos Anjos in his last fight 2 years ago. But Rafael dos Anjos is the current champion. So, Khabib has a win over the current champion. That's huge. I was really looking forward to this Tony Ferguson fight. But, they're going to find a replacement, hopefully. Ariel Helwani tweeted it out. It's tough to find a guy 10 days notice to fight Khabib, who's an absolute animal, and he's a headache to fight. He's a pain in the ass to fight. He's not very, he just suffocates in there, and with his explosiveness and his just aggressiveness, and he's very, very reckless in there, Khabib. Now, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, he tweeted back to Ariel Helwani, I know a guy. So, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, obviously known for taking fights on short notice. He'll fight anyone, any place, any time. He might welt under the pressure at times, like against Rafael dos Anjos in their fight in December. But, at least he'll fight anybody. And, he just wants the money. He wants a payday. And he's a real man. He might not be able to beat these guys, but I'd heavily favor Khabib in this fight. But at the same time, Khabib's gonna try to take him down, right? And Cerrone has great submissions. You know what I mean? He's very dangerous off his back. Look at his last submission. I can't remember who he submitted. Alex Oliveira, but it was a beautiful, beautiful submission off of his back. So. You never know. He could submit Khabib, but he's not as strong as Khabib. But he's much taller. I don't know if Khabib's fought a guy 6'1", right? I mean, Cowboy Cerrone is basically the tallest lightweight around, right? He's a 155er and he's 6'1". Khabib is 5'10". So but I still think Khabib's wrestling and grappling is just gonna overpower Cerrone. But at least Cerrone, we have a big name fighter willing to, face Khabib on a 10-day notice. Hopefully they'll just make that fight. Unless they can find someone else. I don't know. Donald Cerrone, as soon as he said it makes sense. I could see them definitely making that fight with Cerrone and Khabib. It was actually supposed to take place last May. And when John Jones was supposed to fight Rumble Johnson at UFC 187, but Khabib pulled out, John Jones got stripped, so Khabib and Cerrone never fought, and John Jones never fought Rumble. But that was back, May 2015. So we'll see. I definitely can see the UFC making that fight. They had it officially made for, like they had it last year, but it never came through because Khabib got an injury, so I can definitely see them making it. So we'll see what happens. But tell me what you guys think. Let me know if anyone thinks Donald Cerrone has a chance to win this one. It'll be really tough for him. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like the video, subscribe. MMA Boxing Talk. Peace.